In this video, I'm going to walk you through my favorite SAT tool, Khan Academy. This can be found online at www.khanacademy.org, and it is free for anybody in any place to sign up. You can log in using your Google account. You can create your own account directly with Khan Academy, or even, I think, Facebook. It's really up to you. Once you've logged in, you'll see a screen sort of like this. This is your home screen. And you'll also see a courses link up at the top. This is where you'd want to start if you're looking for SAT prep. Here we can see that Khan Academy has specific sections for a whole variety of courses, but of course SAT, which we're interested in looking at right now. Your dashboard probably will look a little bit different than mine since I've been here before. But once you get here, you're going to see that this is actually the official SAT practice. That means that they have partnered with the College Board, which is the company that runs the SAT, and they have put together this free resource for anybody to use. It comes full with practice for all of the sections, so both math, reading and writing, and the optional essay section. Okay, it also has a tips and strategy session that has been made by other teachers and the College Board together with Khan Academy. And what I think is the best resource here is the link to the full tests. Now, these tests can be taken online. As we see here, we see the reading that you need to take and complete. It has the exact amount of time as the real test. And then you can unlock the writing language, math with no calculator section, and the math with the calculator section. But what I think is the most helpful here is that you can actually download the real tests. And so if you click on this button here, it's a little bit hidden, where you see download the PDF version of the practice tests. It takes you to this page where you can actually take the full-length test on paper. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the first SAT practice test right here. And what's great about this is that what you're getting is a PDF version of the real thing. Now, of course, the test that you take won't have the exact same questions on it, but it will look exactly the same. And so we see even the messages down here. It says you cannot take this book from the room. If you print this, it's prohibited, stuff like that. That's what it will look like on the actual test. Now, of course, this does not apply to you. This is a practice test. And so it is obviously something that you can print out and write on and reproduce and do whatever you want with. And so if we see here, this is actually what you'll see during the test. And we start, obviously, with the reading test. If I skip further down to the math section, so that would start in section 3. You'll even see a copy of the formulas that are given to you, as well as just the exact instructions that you will have here. Pay close attention to this because, of course, you will be only given the amount of space that you see here when you actually take the SAT. Unlike the ACT, when you take the SAT, you may only use your test booklet for scratch paper. So any space that you see here in your test booklet, this is space that you'll have to work with. And so for me, when I work with students on the SAT, I like to print these out so they have exactly the same amount of space that they'll have during the real test. If we go down to problem 16, you're going to see that we start to get to questions that have to be bubbled in. And this is a little bit different than just normal multiple choice because you'll have to bubble in, 2 to 3 to 4, maximum 4 different spots here. And so this is something that's really, really important to practice before actually taking the test. Because in the calculator section, there are actually 8 of these questions. And so it can be quite confusing if you've never practiced this before. So take a look at this, and I'll also include a copy of an actual answer key, so you can print that out and fill in as you practice this test. Again, you can find those in the attachments that I've included in the Google document. So to recap, Khan Academy here is really, really helpful. It has the only 8 official practice tests that have been written by the actual people that write the test. Okay, and it also includes practice where you can brush up on your skills here. I do want to comment that I think that this practice can be kind of difficult. So as far as math goes, when we look at one of these practices here, these are actual test-like questions. And so they don't ease you into the content. Okay, you need to have your solid foundational skills really brushed up before tackling this. And so I think that's where the Apex learning software can really come into play, because it does, the Apex software, start from the beginning. So just a quick recap of this Khan Academy resource. I think that it's really a great place to practice with actual test-like questions. Particularly in the math practice, Khan Academy has broken down the sections that are covered on the test in their exact same language. And so you see actual test-like questions in each section that relates to that topic. Again, this is the only place for us to find the official practice tests. Well, I guess we can find links to them in other places, but this is where they live, on Khan Academy. It's a great resource, and remember, these are the practice tests that are written by the creators of the actual SAT, the College Board. It's always my advice to students working with this to print out the practice tests. When you're taking these tests, it's important to remember that you can use a pencil to underline stuff on the reading and writing tests. And you only have the space provided to you on the math sections to show your work. So make sure you're actually practicing that. A word of caution. It can be difficult to use this resource if you're still struggling with foundational concepts. So that's where, if you find yourself, particularly in the math section, struggling, you should probably look at the Apex learning system first. The Apex software has easier and introductory problems to help catch you up to speed to tackle the test-like problems that you will find in Khan Academy. Happy studying, and I hope you found this helpful.